Okay, so here we are in level 2 of the game. This level is mostly just a reinforcement of the controls and general concepts that we've already been introduced to by the first level. So this level helps the player to streamline their abilities at using those controls and having those observations about the environment and the sound and so on. So I'll probably breeze over some basic points about this level and then get straight on with level 3, The Lost Valley, which is one of my favourites of the series. Okay, so we already learned the basics about fighting, but that one just sent us in straight at the deep end against 4 enemies from all different directions, so the player was almost guaranteed to take at least a little bit of damage. And unlike in the first level, we're now presented with multiple options of where to go. So we've got 1, 2 and 3 different directions we can go in. So let's go straight in the middle. And from this middle room we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 directions to go in, including the one that we came in, and we've got a pool. So we're now getting the thing where, you know, a lot of the best arenas and the more complex ones will present the player with multiple bits of information, multiple choices all at the same time, and this is the first time that the game has really done that. Now, I did say when we were looking at the first level that the unnatural lighting in this game gives the impression that it's supernatural lighting. You know, that's like a thematic take on it. But at the same time, it's essential that the player be able to see what the hell's going on in a game. You know, a lot of the time with graphics, it's assumed that the more realistic the graphics are made to look, the better the game is, and that is not necessarily true. This looks more real, but it's not very good for navigation. It's better to have the unrealism of the unnatural lighting and have the game playable. Playability should always be the absolute priority. Graphics should always be secondary. See here, we've got the increases in the graphical detail with the lighting combined, so you can actually see it. There's a lot of places in this game where there's increases in graphical detail, but you can't even see it because of the lighting. Another face there in the wall. I do like all the godlike faces in the walls. You know, it's like a suggestion that there's ghosts around who are watching and stuff like that. Let's just check out the new graphics. Looks nice with the hole in the ceiling and justified lighting. And the image in the wall looks a lot better as well. I do like that this collectible is placed right by one of those demonic-like faces in the wall. It's almost like the health kit there was a gift from the gods. But then there's one down here as well without a gift. I don't know. Maybe that's just reading too much. So, we are trapped in a room, it looks like, and can we get back up there? Probably not. Can't jump high enough. Okay, so another important concept introduced is the pullable block, which the game hasn't told us verbally at all what we're meant to do, and it hasn't shown us that you can pull blocks. But, you know, you're stuck in this room, you can't get out, so what are you going to do? You're going to go towards this block, and you can see that you can pull it, and then you're going to press the action button to do that. At the same time, there is this little block of hay here, which suggests that you should pull that block all the way back. Again, I like it when games go for visual communication instead of having everything explained in words. There's something really primordial about having things just communicated in non-verbal ways using sight and sound. So, we just learned how to pull a block. Not only do we realise that we can pull blocks, but we know that moving them around allows us to get to new areas sometimes. Switch to old graphics again, because the new graphics don't show. Oh, and we've got a key. Now, we did see a keyhole earlier, so we've been introduced to the blocks, and we've been introduced to the concept of finding and using keys indoors. Right, so this is fairly clever. You know, we're stuck here. It's like we can't reach up. If we try and jump off this thing to get up there. We can't do that. And we know that we can't get out of the previous room. So what are we going to do? We need to find some way of getting up there. And it doesn't take too many brain cells to realise that, hold on, that block can be pushed or pulled through here to get up. So yeah, it's introducing us to the concept of moving the blocks, using the blocks to open up ways to new areas, and using the blocks as stepping stones to get to new areas. Now it's going to take a little while to get through here, so I'm going to have to speed up the footage. Okay, so now we can get up. Oh, and actually this is one area where the old graphics makes it hard to see a collectible, but the new graphics makes it visible. Most of the time it's the other way around from what I've seen. So, we've been introduced to the concepts of blocks and keys. Now we've got the key, we've got to try and remember where we use it. We're being encouraged to start remembering the layout to arenas. Yeah, we're starting to get disorientation included in the game. Ah, there we have door and keyhole. Yeah, disorientation, very important. The game has you going in circles, so you forget which direction you're facing and stuff like that. And I never really took any notice of this before. But, you know, in the menu, we've got the compass. You can see which direction you're facing. I never ever used the compass in any of my playthroughs. It never occurred to me to use it. I used to just memorize my way around the levels as best I could. And it's also important to pay attention to the graphics in the walls and stuff, so you can differentiate one hallway from the next. If you see this particular hallway, you know that the door is right down there. So we've got that open, but before we go through there, we want to be thorough in exploring everything, trying to get everything we can. Where is it? Where's the pool? Oh, it's there. It was right next to me. Let's head down into the pool. Once again here, the new graphics, too dark. The old graphics, you can see where the hell you're going. Very easy to drown here. I know the first time I played this, I drowned a lot of times trying to find these leaves and stuff, but if I remember rightly, there's a lever here. And this... Oh, we've had the camera changed to show us that that opens something somewhere else, which is quite cool. Otherwise we'd be completely lost as to what it did, and it would be annoying trying to find out. And this is a swimming direction we haven't been in. Yeah, secret. We got nowhere to go except back through. Oh, hang on, let's just go back up a minute. Remember that I said that snakes are an important image in this game? Well, there we have some. Switch to the new graphics. Here we've got detailed improvement, but it's too bloody dark to see them. And we've got justified lighting up there again, but here the lighting seems to come from the pool itself. So snakes, godlike, evil, another threat. I do think that the animal attacks in this game basically represent attacks by the gods. I think we originally came from here. Let's go back up. Yeah, the animal attacks in this game, it's like the gods are attacking, and they're using bears and wolves and bats to do their attacking.
terminated.
Once again, too bloody dark with the new graphics. All the god images there. Quite cool. Can we see them better, the new graphics? Nope. What's the point of making good graphics if you make it too dark? So, 3 doors. One is open. Okay, so this is quite good because we're being encouraged to start doing some leaping and climbing. We haven't done a lot of that in the game yet. Only a little bit. But this is encouraging us to start learning how to judge what jumps we can and can't make. And to take those leaps of faith. But in this situation, we're not going to die because there's a pool down there. So it's a safe way of teaching us how to do that. And that has just introduced us to the idea that there are going to be situations where we're going to have to fight, but to leap and jump around will get us killed during the fight because we're on a high ledge. There's a simple way of introducing that. Wow, they've actually made it quite a lot brighter with the new graphics here. That looks quite nice, actually. These faces in the walls, they look lovely. But the old versions look a bit crap. So, yeah, it's back and forth, the graphics thing. You know, sometimes the new version is better, sometimes the old version is better. So we've got another switch, and what does it do? So yeah, now we are above the entrance area, so let's press that switch. See what it does. We're still being given camera view indications of what has opened, but if I remember rightly, later on, the camera views start to not happen sometimes. So that we press switches and it's up to us to go and figure out what changed. Which door did it open? This one. Okay, so we have another leaping around, getting about around area. Only this time we can run across this to try and get up. But at the same time, can we just leap up? Oh, leap up and grab this bit. We might just be able to reach. I think we can reach that. Yep. Let's move out a little bit. Okay, so we had a simpler room earlier. Do the climbing, get to the top. If you fall, the pool will save you. We just had the same thing again, except it included the collapsible floors, but this time the room gave us different options to get up. You could go the collapsible floor way, or you could just jump alternately up that ledge and then to that one there, and then straight up here as an alternate route. So we've got more or less the same room again, but this time multiple options of how to get up there. So, you know, that's introducing us to the idea that there isn't always a single way of going about things. Sometimes there are multiple ways to get to an area. Right, and we're at the other side, across from the top of the entrance. So we're also finding here that oh, that looks nicer, doesn't it? The faces up there look a lot nicer. A lot of them have open mouths with teeth like predators. Remember I said that the animals seem to be used by the gods, the unseen gods, to attack the player. But anyway, what we're getting now is more elaborate traps and designs because we're getting more into proper constructed temples instead of mostly caves. And the ruins are becoming more advanced. You know, we had pretty sort of medieval, basic-looking ruins previously, and now we're getting to the slightly more sophisticated stuff, which includes more complex gameplay. Okay, so traps, and we can die from this. Not too difficult to get past. But again, it's getting us familiar with the idea that sometimes things have to be timed. I didn't check in those alcoves there to see if there's a secret. I don't think there is, though. There is one more secret in here somewhere, but I'm not sure where it is yet. Oh! Okay, so a trap. That was good. So the game is setting up expectations for us and then subverting them. So, you know, it's the first time we've had that. Oh, and we've got another god face there. And this god face looks a bit different. It looks like it's drowning. Or perhaps it looks like a snake. I mean, look at the designs coming outwards from it. Okay, first of all, let's just breathe. Before we climb out there, let's just see what's through here. It sounded like there was an animal, but this gave us an alternate way of going. So we had two ways of getting through to this fight with the bear. One was to just get out the pool where it could just straight up attack you. And one was to go up here. We've just seen a lever there as well. Again, multiple choice. Can't see the bear though. Where the hell is it? Right, let's just jump back in. Get the bear to come out. Oh, God, no. Oh. That wasn't too difficult. Well, there's the swingy blades. We fell through the floor there. And then we swam through to here. So let's have a little explore around, see what we can find. Actually, I'm pretty sure that we saw maybe two switches. Is this the only one? Let's find out. Okay, that stopped them. What was the point of that? Oh, yeah, I think I remember this. This is quite clever. So, you see these alcoves here, and you think, yeah, those alcoves don't lead to anything. You see this one here, you think, oh, that probably doesn't lead to anything. But if you go through there, it does actually lead to something. It's a secret. Whoa, that was a hell of a drop. I shouldn't have done that. I think that's secret number 3. Oh, that was how we got across to the other side. Yeah, I was fumbling around, fucking around, over there, on that side. Couldn't find a lever, and I had to go back in the swimming pool to get to this side. And we've just been given a major example of how the game can deceive us in terms of spatial awareness, and making us realise that sometimes in order to do something you have to backtrack, especially after you've pushed the lever or done something else. So that gets us through. So yeah, for the most part, this second level has increased the complexity of what we learned in the first level. It's reinforced many of the things that we learned in the first level, and it's made us have to do more of those things more often and sometimes in combination. And it introduced to us the idea of pushing and pulling blocks, of finding keys to open doors, of backtracking on yourself after you've done parts of a level. You go back after you've changed something. So yeah, not one of my favourite levels, but an important training step for the player. And now, after completing this level, then we get into the really good stuff, which is the Lost Valley level. And that's the one that made me want to start making this series. So we will finish here and then head into the Lost Valley. And the Lost Valley is, a much better level than the first two. The first two are like training arenas. Lost Valley is like, okay, you've learned some of the basic stuff. Now we're going to start hitting you with more challenging and more complex stuff. You also get the dinosaurs in there, which is an important part of the game. And we will explore that in the next episode. Okay, thanks for watching. See you folks soon. Bye-bye.